A guy that I work with.
Yes.
I started to say a friend of mine, and that's true too. A friend of mine and a guy that I work with.
That's humanly possible.
Yeah,
nowadays. You don't see a lot of it, but it is
not
humanly possible.
mutually exclusive. But in this case,
I get you.
We were talking about MTV.
Yes.
And I thought this would be great to bring up in the podcast because you and I are about the same age. I'm only 15 years older than you. I'm 64 years old.
I'm 62.
So I'm just a little bit older. But we're roughly the same age.
Yes.
And we grew up watching MTV.
Yes, we did.
And so we were talking about like the things on MTV that were like
True story.
Again,
7 strangers.
We got
living alone.
We got
and have their lives taped.
To
find out what happens when people
you remember
stop
the
being
Virgin?
polite
She was like
and
18 years
start being
old.
real.
The Virgin. What was her name?
Julie.
Her name was Julie.
On the first one?
Yeah.
Julie.
Was it Julie the Virgin?
Yeah, Julie was a
Yeah.
virgin.
She
From Alabama.
She wasn't a virgin by the end of the show.
Possibly not.
No, because she was getting nailed by everybody.
Eric Nice.
Yeah.
Maybe. Who knows?
And any kind of other.
So it was Becky
yeah,
and
Becky,
Heather and
Becky,
Julie.
Julie. I love this.
Norman.
Look at you.
Norman.
I don't
Norman.
remember
Norman. I forget what his.
I remember the Virgin. That's
Norman. Andre.
Yeah. Okay. I remember Andre.
Yeah. And Eric Nice and Kevin Powell.
7 strangers picked to live in a house. They all have sex with each other.
They
all have AIDS.
What was the name of Andre's band? Because they did like the music video called Lazy Bones.
You ready?
I'm ready.
You ready for this?
I'm
You ready?
excited about this. You should know this with your music.
Gonorrhea.
Oozing the pus of justice on MTV.
I have no idea. I don't remember.
Rain Dance.
Oh God. Nobody listened to that shit.
Rain Dance.
Nobody
I'm
listened
just
to
saying.
that shit.
Just
Nobody
saying.
listened
Rain
to
Dance,
that.
Rain Dance. I'm just
But
and Heather B was a rapper.
So with the real world that you're talking about,
Yes.
with our friends at MTV.
Yes. But they also had music videos.
Well, so what
Most
happened?
Wanted, Total Request Live.
Yeah. But what happened? What happened when those shows started happening? And again, I listed some here. Liquid Television,
Yeah.
Beavis and Butthead, which I absolutely love, still love. Yeah, my favorite was when they got when Beavis when Butthead got choked on the chicken nuggets, and he said he was choking, and Beavis said, "You're choking your chicken." That was flip awesome. Oh God, that was wonderful. God, I'm 12 years old.
Beavis, it takes you back. It really does.
Headbangers Ball.
Yeah. Ricky Rackman.
Ricky Rackman. Love Line.
Yeah.
With Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla and Hottie McCotterson.
Adam Carolla.
I don't remember what her name was.
I don't.
She was hot, though.
I don't remember her name either. Is it Diane something?
Sure.
You didn't. Yeah, I got you.
Diane Hottie McCotterson.
Yeah.
McCotterson. Diane McCotterson.
Was it Diane Farr?
Oh, you know what it might have been.
I'm gonna look that up. What do I get if that's right?
I don't know, but like you get the prize of the week because she was cute. She was cute. And I think if I'm not mistaken, she went on to like do like some more legitimate stuff than
She probably did.
sitting on the couch with Carolla and Dr. Drew. But I don't remember.
I don't think that Diane Farr.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah.
She was one of them on there.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the specific one you're talking
That's
about.
the one I'm talking about because she was. That's the one I remember because she was
Drew,
cute.
Drew Pinsky did
Yeah.
it. For, Dr.
Yeah.
Drew.
And
How about because the most success they had was with Dr. Drew and Adam Carolla.
yeah.
I mean that's without a doubt. And then they've kept it going. But
Well, they just killed the radio show just recently.
oh,
Yeah, so that's no more.
how about
They did their last show.
Diane Farr? That's who it was. Look at that.
Yeah, and we remember Colin Quinn and Remote Control.
Yup,
Remember that one?
I do.
There was a dating game too, and I can't remember that one.
MTV News with Kurt Loder.
Oh yeah, with Kurt Loder and Molly Quinn. God, I don't know where that came from. Was it Martha Quinn?
Martha Quinn?
Yeah,
Martha,
Molly, Martha.
Quinn? Martha Quinn? Martha Quinn? Do you remember when Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, and Todd One did the You Down with MTV?
I don't remember that.
Oh, man.
No.
Yeah. What was the other girl on MTV News? Yeah, it was Martha Quinn, Kurt Loder, and she had red hair.
That's the one I'm thinking of.
Yeah, but maybe that was Molly something else. But it was Martha Quinn.
The redheads are always the one that stand out for me. But I don't remember.
I just typed in Ted Head instead of red.
Gosh. Be careful what you look for.
Right? I mean,
what was the dating game on MTV? Do you remember? I don't remember what it was called.
I don't remember that.
It was
they had the lip sync where they would play the music and do a routine, and they'd try to mess them up.
Yeah. And again, all this
Tabitha Soren.
That's her. Oh, hey Tabitha.
Tabitha Soren.
That's my girl.
She's 54.
Holy shit.
Man.
Is she still hot?
She's
probably not.
I don't know if I have a 54-year-old shot. I mean, it's terrible.
She was the redhead. She was the redhead with the short hair.
Yes.
Yeah, she was the redhead.
Tabitha Soren. How did I forget that?
Oh.
How did I forget?
I like some Tabitha.
Singled out.
Singled out. Yes.
With Chris Hardwick.
Yes. Yes. So again, all these shows, and again, I loved all these shows, right? And I watched all these shows.
We could have created that.
But what happened during that time was they stopped playing music videos.
Right. They went away, yes.
Yeah, right?
Yes. And
like,
music's still on MTV. Her 2 kids in high school, they know that she is uncool, but she's still preoccupied with 1985.
Bowling for Soup.
It is bowling. Good job.
Thank you. So they, I say that reluctantly. Bowling for Soup.
Lots of songs like that back then. But yeah.
But like MTV, it got ruined, right?
It did.
Yeah.
It did. They went the reality TV route and totally went away from music.
Like it really upset because Headbangers Ball was one of my favorites because on like Friday night or Saturday night, I can't remember. And Ricky Rackman and again Headbangers Ball, but it had Metallica.
I think it was Friday night.
Was it Friday night?
I think it was Friday.
So it had it was Metallica and Typo Negative and some of these bands that weren't necessarily heavy metal
but they would have some of them.
Yeah, they would. And Ricky Rackman was great, and I think he's still doing a show now. I think he actually does a show on Sirius XM. But yeah, so Tool. Yeah, Tool. I like to say that. Ladies and gentlemen, coming up next is Tool. I had a bad experience with Tool.
Oh.
So I actually like Tool. And then one night with a friend of mine when I lived in Virginia Beach,
you had a bad experience with Tool?
When I was much younger.
Were there roofies involved?
No.
Okay.
No, there was alcohol involved.
Oh dear.
And so I was
repent.
You're right.
Okay.
I was coming back from a little party we went to, and I was a little inebriated. I was riding with someone. I wasn't driving,
But that person was probably inebriated too, weren't they?
No, absolutely not. 100. Actually, he never drank. At all.
Oh.
So he was like the designated driver.
Oh.
And so I rode with him, and so he was a big Tool fan.
And he played, Why Can't We Not Be Sober?
It was a new album that had came out in 1999, 2000-ish. And he played it so loud that I couldn't take it anymore. And I was finally like I'm going to back away from the microphone here. I was like, hey, man! Hey! And he's like, what, Dave? What's wrong? I'm like, dude, listen. Buddy, I love music, but right now in my life,
I can't focus.
I can't focus, and I think I'm going to jump out of your window or hang myself because I can't take it. And he's like, "Oh, I'll turn it down." I'm like, "Thank you, my friend," and I can't listen to him.
Buddy.
I can't listen to him anymore.
No more Tool.
That was it.
Spoiled your Tool.
That was it.
You ruined your Tool. You played with it too much, and you ruined your Tool.
I got the hepatitis. I got my Tool.
What is that?
My Tool I need some salve for my Tool.
See it.
Yeah. So yeah, Ricky Rackman had Headbangers Ball, but all those Remote Control with Colin Quinn.
Yep.
Remote Control. And they were all in those lounge chairs that looked like they all had bed bugs, and they all were 35 years old.
Yep.
I love that show. But loving those shows
Killed it.
killed it because it was no more music. I still remember like watching the video of the first hour of MTV, right? And I think it was who was it? Who was the guy? Was it Adam? What's his name? Adam.
Was it Adam?
It might not have been. I forget. He had a cup of coffee in his hand. And again, this is like the third hour of MTV, like after the Buggles and Video Killed the Radio Star. And like he was doing this. He had the coffee in his hand. He was like leaning over something. He was doing this. Like, this is only going to be good for you folks watching the podcast.
Mark Goodman? Mark Goodman.
That's who it was.
Mark Goodman.
Who's Adam? I don't even know who Adam is.
Alan Hunter, J.J. Jackson, and Martha Quinn. Nina Blackwood. There are 5 original VJs.
Yeah, so Blackwood.
Nina Blackwood, Mark Goodman, Alan Hunter, J.J. Jackson, and Martha Quinn.
So Nina Blackwood.
What an awesome job.
Alan Hunter and Mark Goodman are still doing a show on the 80s on 8 on Sirius XM.
Not the Ocho.
No, not the Ocho. They're called. No, they wouldn't be on the Ocho, but we'll get to ESPN in just a second. I want to make sure that I articulate that correctly. But yeah, so they do a show on the 80s on 80s on 8 on Sirius Satellite.
How about that?
The original VJs. But yeah, so I remember all that, and like I remember watching like David Bowie. I remember watching Whitesnake, Van Halen, Motley Crue, Metallica. I still remember the video for Enter Sandman. Wow. All these things happened, and then just like, and then we started. We you know, as teenagers, as I was, and as you were, we watched Liquid television, right? Because that was kind of cool. And then Beavis and
Quinn. She's 64 years old.
Yeah,
that is nuts.
She's still adorable too. Beavis
very well preserved.
She's that's right. Heroin to do that to you.
Right, you just have to keep using it.
Loveline, and Loveline came later, right? Right. That was in the 90s, like later 90s, like I feel like the
90s is where they really broke away.
It was,
and 100%. And that's what killed it. That's what killed it.
That's what killed, you know, Video Killed the Radio Star, and then MTV killed themselves.
Yeah, MTV killed themselves with reality TV.
Yeah.
And the different shows and whatnot. I mean, the spring break stuff, I mean, I watched that all week. Salute the flag, fellas. Salute the flag. I'm not going to tell you what that was, but I'll just leave that to your
some of the spring break stuff. I was like, woo-hoo-hoo.
Right.
This is fun stuff.
It's like, that's a stripper.
I love strippers. They get a bad rap.